And welcome back here to Dragon Age 2. We made it to our house, and we have not talked to anybody. I'm just going to stop spinning around now. So first things first, let's go talk to Mother. I guess it looks like it might be part of a quest, too. But let's find out. Let's just talk to her.
My children have been in servitude for a year. They should be nobility.
Yeah, what happened?
If wishes were poppy, we'd all be dreaming.
We're poppy? Oh, some poppy. But what the hell? Yeah, our family's supposed to be rich. What the hell happened? Explain to us before we freak out. Let's not fight. This isn't a dream. You know what? We're going to be tough on his ass.
Why was nothing set aside for us, Uncle?
Your mother was supposed to marry the Comte de Launcey, and instead she ran off with some Ferelden apostate. You don't get to stay the favorite when you do that.
Where is Father's will? If I could just see for myself.
It's not here, all right? It was read, it went in the vault. No one needed to look at it again.
Ha. Yeah, investigate. Well, let's investigate first. Tell me about our family. What exactly did the will say? Tell me about our family.
I know the Amels were nobility, Mother, but not much else. Why don't you ever talk about them?
The Amels have been a noble family in Kirkwall since Garahel drove out the Fourth Blight. But we've always carried magic in our blood. The hero of Ferelden was one of ours, you know.
Nice.
One of my cousin Revka's children.
Cool, cousins.
The Circle took them all. It's been a stain on our lineage. No family of good standing would ever marry into a line with magic. When I chose your father, I was bringing more magic into our line, not less. I think that's what hurt my parents the most.
Right, that damn magic blood. You gotta be... Oh, why you mixing? What exactly did the will say, Uncle?
Did Grandfather mention Mother in his will at all?
Our father died when you were still in Pinafores, girl. You can hardly expect me to remember.
Oh, of course not. Why should you do something reasonable?
Hell yeah, Carver, I love it. Let's let her just look at it. Why so defensive? I'm going to look. I'm gonna look. I don't care.
Take me to the vault.
We're badass.
Can't. It's in the cellar of the estate. Someone else lives there now.
What daft bastard leaves that behind?
Yeah.
It was old news. You think I've been sitting here for 25 years waiting for Leandra to slink back?
Who bought the estate, Gamlen? Perhaps I could speak to them. Was it the Reinhardts?
No one you know. Get used to Lowtown, sister. That's where we're going to stay.
This guy's an ass. Uncle is a big ol' ass, Uncle. I love it, though. Maybe hopefully they make him sympathetic in some other ways, because at this point, I just don't care. Birthright, Carver seems disturbed by all of this. Talk to him. We're going to continue on with that. I like our brother Carver. I understand now that Bethany could have been our other, and Bethany's badass. I get it. I like her. But, you know, what I saw of her before she got stomped by that ogre. But here we go, Carver.
Maker, what a mess. I want to make things better for Mother. But some of what Gamlen says, I'm having a hard time hating him. Playing caretaker for someone else's life. Stuck in their shadow. That's no way to live.
And there it is.
Was he?
Look, if you want to join the fight over who lost the most, fine. But I never lived here. Mother even gave me her old key to try and stir something. But I didn't know Grandfather. Finding his will doesn't matter to me.
Oh, okay. Well, we owe it to Mother to try it. Let's make it matter to you. This is the advantage we need. So we have a key going in there. I'm trying to understand, because I get what he's saying. Like, the uncle... Obviously, the uncle lived here. And had a good life, and now is stuck in Lowtown. So he has every reason to be more upset than us. Like, we've been off doing our own thing. What do you mean come back and, like, criticize me? But I don't know. Is he a gambler? Is he an idiot? Like, how did he lose this fortune? Is there a tragedy? We need to find out. Also, I believe the way I understand it, without getting too much into this, is if I'm consistently nice, consistently this way or this way, over time it's going to kind of lock in my character, and that is where our intimidation and things come from, is how often I do that. That said, I can't just always choose one over the other because, oh, that's the red one, oh, that's the red one, oh, that's the red one. So we're just going to play this out as I want and see how the game goes, because, hey, it's a first playthrough. So we owe it to Mother to try it. Let's make it matter to you. We owe it to Mother to try.
She tried her best to give us what we need. I think she's due the same.
Oh, I see her side. Gamlen's definitely an arse. But it's not like we can just ask slavers to give back that life.
What have you heard?
Ooh.
Uncle's a chatty drunk. He was up to his neck and signed everything over.
That's exactly it.
That's who has the estate.
Damn it.
Apparently, the most extensive wine cellar in Kirkwall is now a slave highway from the Undercity. That's the family legacy.
Now I hate the uncle. Like, he got into it with slavers. No one will miss slavers. The will could still be there. Well, that can't continue. Well, yeah, no kidding. No one will miss... I'm going to say, well, that can't continue on this one.
That sounds like an arrangement that needs to change.
Hell yeah.
And what if it does? We still aren't important enough to actually live in the place.
Baby steps, Carver.
All right, sister. If the key works, we'll clear the estate from the Undercity up.
Do we get to go kill some
I
slavers?
don't know if this will help, but I do feel like hitting someone.
Hell yes, I agree. But before we do any of that, let's continue. Let's talk to our dog.
He wasn't like this in Lothering. I think he misses the open fields.
Let's get up. What's wrong, boy? We're going to say, want to play?
Come on. Let's play Fetch the Invisible Ball.
That'll get him going. Come on.
He just needs to get out more. Don't you, boy?
I worry for his safety. Gamlen might miss him. He might be useful. I don't want to worry for his safety. He's a Mabari warhound. We're going to say he might be useful with us, too. Oh, now we'll say Gamlen might miss him.
But if he's with us, who'd keep Gamlen's debt collectors away?
Nice.
Take it. I'm sick of what's-his-name staring and
What's
panting.
his name?
Gamlen, honestly, a Mabari understands what you say. Try using his name.
What's wrong with dog? Real easy to remember.
We get to name him? I love it. Okay, now, my last one was named after my dog Poncho, but my dog Poncho has lots of different names, so we're going to use one of them, I think. And we're going to go with Susie. What's up, Susie? Sweet dreams, boy. Wake up, sleepyhead. Pay attention. I'm going to say sweet dreams.
I'll let you sleep.
Oh my God, they do this so. My heart melts. Like, I got my little dog right now. He's hanging out in a blanket on the bed. Like, I just go and I rub on him and give him kisses like 100 times a day and tell him how much I love him. And it's like, look at that. That's, oh, I'm sorry. Like, I could just sit here and do that all day, but we're not going to. Let's check out this writing desk. Letter from Anne. Okay, so there are letters. This is where we're going to get like updates and letters and things, kind of. That's kind of cool. Letter from Athenril. Hawk, your year's up and you're free to go. Despite what you think, we had a good thing working together. I might pass along an opportunity or two if you're willing to get your hands dirty. Stay safe. You know, she was anti-slaver, so we were good with it. Now we mark that as red, right? Okay, now the Black Emporium. This is DLC, isn't it? But it's fine. Like, we can just not even think about that. Just read the story. You do not know who I am, but I have heard of you. I understand you might need items from my collection, as well as the means to obtain them. I do not extend this invitation to anyone, but you are not simply anyone, are you? Consider this an invitation to the Black Emporium. Enclosed are directions through the passages underneath the city, as is the charm to enter. If you give the charm to another, its permission will immediately be revoked, and the consequences will be unpleasant. Adieu. Xenon. Okay. Ooh. All right, well, you know what? What do we want? You know, first things first, let's go deal with some slavers. As much as, like, we could go to places. Oh, we do have storage. Let's retrieve. We have nothing in there. And we stash. We probably don't need to stash, but I'm just going to look at our stuff. Fun. And is this just literally trash? Junk? We need to sell that, don't we? That's weird. Yeah, we'll try to find somewhere to sell at some point. But so far, I don't think we've had as much loot as we have in the other game. So, that said, do we have to go out the door? Where are we going here? Ooh, there's more going on. This is a bigger place. Oh. Examine.
Looks like the dog's trying to tunnel his way out of this hovel. Can't blame him.
Yeah, just keep digging, dog. Susie. A note addressed to Gamlen. Gamlen Amel, payment is now 2 months late, Sarah. Interest accrues as you are well aware. You will find yourself barred from our establishments unless payment is made. Think, no better card sharp or numbers runner in Kirkwall will deal with you. I certainly hope this matter is attended to before steps are taken. Let us avoid further unpleasantness. Gallard. Okay.
I think this is the same cheese that was here a year ago.
Oh, well, I don't know. It's aged cheese then. Let's do it. Let's dig in. Oh, what do we?
The house won't clean itself, Uncle.
Oh, that's funny. And I'm just kind of... Oh, what else? There's just more little things, right? Nope. Okay, let's head out. And we have to take people with us. We have this full crew. It looks like we have to go pick up Aveline. Is that her name? We have to figure that out again. But right now we got a full crew here, so we're going to accept it. And we have to figure out where are we going. We're in Kirkwall during the day. This damn crazy map. Give me a second. Okay, right here. It looks like this is Birthright, so let's go. The map is kind of a little bit weird, but I'm okay with it. Alright, guys. Oh, that's neat. And we're in Darktown. Alright, this is going to be an adventure. Let's find some gear and all types of stuff. Kill some slaves. Slavers. Oh, I was wondering, like, can we go down this? No. Alright. The artwork in this is really sharp and nice looking. I can't wait to get to Inquisition, guys. So, Coterie Road. Coterie, right? I say it, there's so many different ways I mess up that word. So these are like kind of Thieves Guild or a thieves organization, right? Alright. Let's not underestimate people in this. The Teventer Imperium.
Just keep walking, Shemlin.
Oh, whatever. For good or ill, the Imperium has put its stamp on Thedas forever. The old Imperial Highway is still in use across most of Thedas. The ruins of Teventer fortresses and centers of magical study still litter our landscape, long after the glory of the Imperium dimmed. But the influence of the ancient empire goes deeper than this. Without Teventer, there would have been no blights, no Andraste, no Chantry. Every aspect of our world would be altered. The might and majesty of the Imperium may have faded, but it still makes its presence known, even in the most distant corners of Thedas. Every child has been brought up on stories of Teventer as it is now. A decadent nation ruled by Archon and his court of magisters, great and no doubt corrupt mage lords. Their chantry a mockery of our own, their black divine a man chosen from the ranks of the Minrathous circle of magi. The Maker's most hallowed law, magic exists to serve man and never to rule over him, perverted. Mages in the Imperium say their most sacred duty is to serve man, and they serve best by wielding political power. Ooh, yeah. What a world we're in. And the worst, that which blessed Andraste must weep to see, all of it is built upon a foundation of slavery. See, now I hate that. While most nations forbid the buying and selling of slaves within their own borders, nearly everyone ships her people to the Imperium for sale, skirting the prohibitions against such atrocities, and feeding the Imperium's endless hunger for bodies, to fight the Khanari, to work the mines and quarries, to build the palaces of the magisters, to sweep the crumbling streets, and turn the middens and serve at the whim of their mage overseers. From Black City, Black Divine, Study of the Teventer, by Sister Petrine, Chantry Scholar. Well, I don't know if we met her yet. Because I haven't, like, hung out with the Chantry as much as I could. How about that, too? Man, this place, it's the first kind of maze we're in, huh? I don't want to go the way we're supposed to yet. Pretty cool. Hey, let's play with this sack. Cracked staff, got it. We got to find somebody to sell to. This Emporium thing is going to be, I think, on our list very soon. Oh.
Outsiders think they
Oh,
can
they're coming.
change us.
Oh. Oh, you're already down there, dude. Come on. We got him aggressive, I guess, so. And We're already overpowered, I think, for this part, it looks like. Oh, you know what? I forgot the chain lightning. I'll do it next time we get a bunch of people going. Hey, what's up, Carver? You carving them up? What do you think?
The estate better be worth the trouble.
Yeah. How about
good
Varric?
could it be? Mother wasn't in a hurry to come back before the Darkspawn.
You know what I love about the Undercity? Absolutely nothing.
Hey, dude, cool. Meryl.
Why would people want to live underneath the city? Apart from dwarves, I mean.
I don't know, Meryl. Let's ask everyone. I love it. I really am enjoying the companions on this so far. We're going to try to really dig into this, do their quests, talk to them. What kind of amulet is that? We'll find out later, I guess. Tom Wise. Maybe, oh, might be salesman here.
Survive the trip back, blight or no.
Right.
So,
What is...
you're not like a lot of other girls.
No, I'm an elf.
Right. All right then.
Oh, did I miss something dirty?
What? No, it wasn't dirty. It wasn't anything.
Oh, right. Because I miss a lot of dirty things, and sometimes I wouldn't mind hearing them.
Would you now?
Oh, that's cute. I don't... Wait, leave area. No. I don't know if that's just I don't know where that's taken us, truthfully. Maybe that's just a way out, but let's talk to Tom Wise.
Tom Wise?
Huh? Oh, Hawk. Haven't seen you since we did that job together for a thing.
Oh, okay. So we know each other.
Been a while. Heard you're going on some expedition into the deep roads. And right into Darkspawn territory. Sure that's wise?
I'm sure. It's a living. I can handle myself. I'm sure. I'm gonna say it's a living.
We can't all make a living in the Undercity.
Just watch your back. That's all I'm saying. Say, you still in the market for some poisons? Athenril's scarce these days. And the coterie have their own mixers.
God.
You find any rare reagents and want me to whip you up something, just let me know. In fact, since you're an old friend, here's a recipe. My speciality. Everyone needs an edge sometimes, right?
Cool. So crafting, we've unlocked a new recipe. Order poisons and grenades. You can order poisons and bombs if you discover the right combination of resources along with a recipe. Resources you've discovered are permanently available to craftsmen, but placing an order costs money to apply poison and all that. So, cool, we could look that up. Very neat. I'm just kind of looking here what we have. Requirements, debilitating poison to put on our weapons and stuff. I'm not going to order it, but we could also, create it? That's neat. And Tom Wise,
Still living with that uncle of yours in Lotan. Nobody stabbed him yet.
Nobody has stabbed him yet, no. Alright, well, let's just keep looking around. I'm going this way. Abandoned mining tunnels. Well. How abandoned
Could I
are they?
suggest that we never come here again?
Yeah, well, we hear you, Varric. Oh, what's this? Deathroot. We'll just catch the gist of this. This Deathroot has been used in magic and potion making for centuries. It's a fragile-looking plant with a thin stalk and purple flowers, which fruits once a year, developing bright red fleshy pods that cause disorientation and dizziness if digested. Cool. And we can make potions and stuff, poisons probably with it. Little cough there. What is going on down here, you guys? Are we into it? Oh. Oh, Danzig.
Mind your manners. This is my territory.
Well, that's going to be somebody we're obviously talking to at some point. Oh, Sister Plinth's remains. Oh, I can't just do that anymore. Sorry, guys. Trying to hit the button to go to it. That's got to be in side quests. The remains of Sister Plinth, which we also have the seal of House Talwain to deal with here too. But the remains of Sister Plinth, the remains of a missionary sister who sought to bring the chant of light to the dark places of Kirkwall. The Chantry archivists are always looking to catalog their lost on the memorial wall, so we're going to want to go there at some point. We will make a point of turning in some missions, of hitting the Emporium. There's just a lot to do. And I love it. It's really, really cool. Jump in here and not quite know what, we're going to end up in. Now let's circle back here and find out.
Break some heads tomorrow, maybe. Good payday.
Cool, dude. Cool, dude. And stop running around. By the way, I noticed, is anybody else, like, when she runs like she has hips. And it's actually, I don't think that's a horrible thing. I don't know if they did that, like, with live action capture and stuff, or... It's cool. I can't wait to see her dressed up a little different. Also, I realize, I haven't even gotten to it, but people have said, I haven't realized yet, that you can't change the clothing on your companions. But, you know, for this one, I'll take it, because they all look cool anyway. So we'll make our person look super cool. There's gather our party. I don't know what the hell we're gathering our party for.
Well, this looks like the place. If the sellers go this far, maybe we were important.
Ooh. But I'm intrigued at this gather your party thing. Okay. Oh, is that... Wait, hold on. Accept. Okay, very good. So if you find these horns, they're ways that you don't have to travel and travel out. That's cool. So we can change who we have with us. All right, well, either way, we're going into the ML estate. We need to go sell some things. No, I didn't click on it. All right. History of Kirkwall, Chapter 1, sure. Oh, maybe not.
How about you?
I just hit a wrong button. Ah. Slave guard, yeah.
Go down!
This is fun. I do enjoy the animations for the magic and stuff. It hits hard, it feels good. Let's read. It is difficult for many to comprehend today, but there was a time when Kirkwall was believed to be the very edge of the world. It was Amerius then, named after its founder, Magister Amerius Cravan, and it was but one outpost on the very fringe of the Tevinter Imperium. There the Magister's serfs worked the quarries for the jetstone needed for the mighty temples of Minrathus. After a slave rebellion nearly burned the temple to the ground in the great city, it was determined that a center for the slave trade would need to be established well away from the more civilized parts of the Imperium. Though this account may be exaggerated, since the notorious Archon Venarius Isar narrowly escaped assassination at the hands of an elven slave at the time. Because the new slave outpost would become wealthy beyond imagining, competition among prospects reportedly took over 20 years to resolve, resulting in great bloodshed in the frontier, well away from the Archon's eyes. Magister took arms against Magister, mostly in the form of small armies of serfs and mercenaries. Over half the slaves in existence allegedly died in these battles before Amerius was finally chosen, thanks to the marriage of Cravan's son to the Archon's daughter. Within a mere decade, the mighty fortress was erected on the cliffs where Kirkwall now stands. Over 1 million slaves passed through its gates before the Imperium eventually fell, an unimaginable number by today's standards. The Cravan family itself became patrons of the next 3 Archons and was one of the driving forces behind the extension of the Imperial Highway into the Ferelden Valley, a move that would cost them considerable political influence after the resistance of the Alamari tribes. During its height, Amerius was a jewel to rival the mightiest of the imperial cities and the greatest center of civilization outside of Tevinter. Thank you, Brother Genitivi, again. And what do we have going on? I will take potions, injury kits, any potions all day. There's never too many. I want infinite. An amulet that probably doesn't do anything, but we can sell if we ever... Man, we are running out of stuff. We're going to have to trash something at some point. It's my own, my own fault for, like... I'm sure there are markets I've been passing and I just didn't catch it yet. How are we doing, by the way? Let's check real quick. Inventory. 28 of 50. We're doing okay. I think we'll make it. My famous last words, right? I think we'll make it. As I head to the top of Sundermount. Oh, what's up? We're getting that assassin done. Hell yeah, guys. We got any more? Nice work indeed, Varric. Oh, we got some more there. It's like trying to look at the map too while we're running around. Is it... Oh, we can just pick a chest, huh? Torn slaver invoice. Tobias's documents.
By all means, lead on.
New quest, family history. Let's see. That's going to be in family history. If the mage Tobias is still alive, he might be in the gallows. Find information about the letter in father's belongings that told of the death of an unnamed family friend. Retrieve the will from the vault is what we're trying to work on now. Sounds good. I am enjoying the menu stuff, except that I want to hit that button and go straight to it when the codex.
The crest, I think. Mother described it once. Put that above your door and you better have the ties to back it up.
Okay.
Otherwise you just look old.
Yeah, we just look old, sure. It's truly sad what happened to the Amels, isn't it? I still remember grandmother talking about the balls that Lord Aristide used to hold at their estate and the Antivin violin players and dancers from Afsana. No expense was spared and no one would dare miss it, lest someone think they weren't worthy of an invitation. And then poor Revka had the child. Magical talent running in one of Kirkwall's most prominent families. The Templars had considered Lord Aristide to be Viscount after Threnhold's arrest. Can you imagine the scandal had he been chosen? They whisked the child away to the Circle, and the Amels simply had no luck after that. Leandra ran off with a Ferelden mage, and then Damian was accused of smuggling. Poor Lord Faustin almost bankrupted his family trying to get the charges dropped, but I hear Viscount I screwed it up. Marlowe simply wanted the Amels out of the picture. And it worked too, didn't it? By the time Lord Faustin got sick, there was only young Gamlen left and a mountain of debt. So wait, so it wasn't his debt necessarily. I spoke to Dulce just the other day, and apparently Gamlen is now living in some low-town shack. Sounds like the sort of character you'd cross the street to avoid. And let's not even talk about the estate. Mother said we should remember the Amels because that sort of thing could happen to any of us. You know the old saying, a marcher's fortune rises and falls with the tide. If you ask me, this is just another misfortune that magic brings to honest folk. Andraste help that poor family, whatever lies in store for them. Excerpt from a letter written by Lady Amelia de Montfort. Well, how we have fallen. Let's see, can we do anything about that? Ooh, a chest, thank you. Slaver invoice. That's probably just stuff we have to throw away, right? There we go. Let's hit it. You guys want some? What are you doing? Oh, was that a trap? Or is... Oh, I'm stuck, yep. Burn them. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Fun, guys. Oh, there, we used a little bit of that, knock him out, that Mind Blast. Oh yeah, we're doing it. We're cleaning up here, guys. Good job. A fancy poison ring. Fancy. What do you think, Carver?
By all means, lead on.
What do you think, Varric?
Lead the way.
And just for good measure.
Everything here is cold. Hard stone. I wish I'd worn shoes with soles now.
Love it. They're great. I love the characters. Oh, shit. No, that was to heal. How many we got here? I'll use a little. Blow them up. Yeah, you're nothing. I like being relaxed. I don't mind being overpowered in games. Like, if you're role-playing it, like, we're not supposed to be getting beat up here. We're gonna go do some amazing things. History of Kirkwall, Chapter 2. As the Imperium's borders slowly receded after the devastation of the First Blight and the subsequent barbarian invasion, many outposts in the area, known today as the Free Marches, were cut off from the centers of power. Numerous warlords tried consolidating the region into a single kingdom, but resistance prevailed. Amerius held out for almost a century until it fell to a slave revolt in 25 Ancient. It was not the first such revolt Amerius suffered, but it was the last. It started when the Almari slave named Radun, which I want to remember that name. It's like, yes, the one who rose up. began earning popularity and power by pushing for better conditions. Radun's growing influence prevented the Magisters from touching him, but eventually they had him poisoned. Furious, a group of Radun's supporters stormed the gallows and were massacred, and soon became a bloody year-long rebellion. Because that's how it happens, right? They rise up, they get massacred, but they inspire others to rise up. The city burned, and wealthy Hightown was sacked. The Magisters hung before cheering crowds. Amarius assumed the new name of Kirkwall, Kirk meaning black, after its jetstone cliffs. The new city plunged into anarchy for over a decade, and its defenses fell into ruin. Kirkwall has been conquered many times since, the city's own independence suffering since the freeing of its slaves. Well, such is life. Alright, well that's good. Good histories. Let's continue farth. Combat. Enemy mages possess an array of defenses, including shield spells. Oh, okay, so this is a mage. We're about to encounter a mage. Got it.
Did that barge
Oh, shit. Oh, so this is Dispel? Is that what we need? I just gave her Dispel, did I not? Oh, wait, she can't do anything. Wait. Dispel. Is it an area of effect? Hold on. I have to learn this. Hold on. Dispel magic. Confirm. I can't confirm it anywhere. I don't understand. Okay, let me just come back to my person. I'll figure it out. Nope. Just getting my buttons wrong. Oh, you know what? Who do we heal? We heal ourselves. That's what we do. And then, you know what? I'm gonna wait. I think we're gonna be fine here. I can switch to my right guy. Master Slaver there, huh? Can we put a fireball on your ass? You know what? Let's, Oh, he got me, huh? Wait, no. Oh, that's good. Trying to figure out how to use... It's slightly different here with the controls. Like when you confirm using magic and things.
Seems to be unhealthy.
Varric said it best right there. Yeah, people should not be getting on our bad sides. I think we're doing pretty well here. What do you think,
If
Carver?
you have a plan, get to it.
Oh, we're on it. Now, simple... Wait, we can get simple yet. Where are you, Varric? You can't do standard yet. Mask of the Imperium. And Teventer patterned shoes. Okay, so here's the deal, right?
Love doing that.
Let me just go into my inventory so I understand that I'm getting this correctly. Like, they can wear rings and things, but am I getting it that they can't wear anything but what they have on? He's wearing the tailored duster. We can upgrade it, somebody said later, and we'll learn how to do that, but let's look at our character then. So here we go. We have apostate cuffs. Could we put on anything else? Gloves of the spiral eye. I mean, obviously, it's much better. Currently equipped, yes. What are Teventer patterned shoes? Armor and defense. I mean, it's just armor. Yeah. And we still have those robes we can't change, right? I'm just looking here. It's hard to... We're wearing... No, the elven boots we can't because... No, we put those on. No, we're in the Teventer patterned shoes. Okay. Oh, we cannot wear the Mask of the Imperium yet. Because dexterity and cunning. Okay, interesting. We're not wearing any of these. Wear an amulet? Wear a ring? Let's see. Oh, we have another ring? Wait. What does this do? And put it on. Yeah, X. And we don't have a hat yet. We don't have that stuff, but we do have whatever. We're looking good. I'm fine with it. It's just learning too, like you guys said, we get to upgrade things, but like I'm the only one who has a look that changes, that has to worry about it, so that's cool. History of the Circle. Oh, some reading. It is a truth universally acknowledged that nothing is more successful at inspiring a person to mischief as being told not to do something. Unfortunately, the Chantry of the Divine Age had some trouble with obvious truths. Although it did not outlaw magic, quite the contrary, as the Chantry relied upon magic to kindle the eternal flame which burns in every brazier in every Chantry. It relegates mages to lighting candles and lamps and perhaps occasional dusting of rafters and eaves. I will give my readers a moment to contemplate how well such a role satisfied the mages of the time. It surprised absolutely no one when the mages of Val Royeaux, in protest, snuffed the sacred flames of the cathedral and barricaded themselves inside the choir loft. No one, that is, but Divine Ambrosia II, who was outraged and attempted to order an exalted march upon her own cathedral. Even her most devout Templars discouraged that idea. For 21 days the fires remained unlit while negotiations were conducted. Legend tells us by shouting back and forth from the loft. The mages went cheerily into exile in a remote fortress outside of the capital, where they would be kept under the watchful eye of the Templars and a council of their own elder magi. Outside of normal society and outside of the Chantry, the mages would form their own closed society, the Circle, separated for the first time in human history. Crazy. I get it, man. I'm trying to take in, like, and understand that I know that there's supposed to be a balance between, like, mages good, Templars bad, or Templars good, mages bad. We'll just have to see how it plays out as the story presents itself. Oh, we get the vault key. We have Imperial Bloodhelm. Now, once again, I'm the only one that would be able to put that on, right? And can I? No, I can't, because it's 32 armor, requires 17 strength and 13 constitution. Okay. I mean, not necessarily things mages want anyway, right?
That has to be the vault.
It will be.
If there's anything to learn about the family, that's where it is.
Very smart, Carver. Look at that head there. Oh, man.
Done.
What are we getting into here? Yeah. Take all? Yes, why not? Here, frayed rope, torn slave, invoice, Ferelden girded plating, which is not for us, right? Grandfather Amel's will and testament. Got it. Let's take all.
So this is it? Grandfather's will? Let's just take it back to Mother and be done with it.
Yes, let's go back. No, not yet.
I'll head for the door soon enough. I want to look around first.
Good. We will be heading back to Mother. But, oh, I see. Was there more going on down here that we didn't check? Seriously, hold on. Have we been everywhere? I'm going to do a quick check. It looks like the only way we have to go is up through the store, so let's do it. It seemed like on the map there it was showing a whole lot more stuff going on. So we are in Hightown.
Your people came a long way, Meryl. But I'd like to think we have Ferelden in common.
I never saw Lothering. Did you walk as much as we did? Probably more. You didn't start with Hala. Our ship stunk.
Your ship?
There was something foul in the hold. Oh, I can still smell it.
Oh, well, that must have been unpleasant.
It was. Did I miss another dirty thing?
No.
She's cute. She's cute. He's fun too. I like she's embarrassing the hell out of him. I want to just wait. Kirkwall. What is Kirkwall Hightown? We read this, did we not? Yeah. Hold on. No, I don't think we have. At the height of the Teventer Imperium slave trade, Kirkwall's elite prospered beyond dreams of avarice. Hightown was built for the wealthiest slavers. Its glitzy mansions rising atop a great wall of rock that borders on one side Waking Sea. Lowtown cowered on its other side until Kirkwall's slaves rose to plunder and destroy Hightown's riches. Today, Hightown's prominent buildings are the Keep, home to the ruling Viscount, and the Chantry, home to the Grand Cleric and the city's religious center. Both are converted estates that once housed wealthy magisters, rebuilt and converted after the uprising. No, we hadn't read that. Thank you, Brother Jenna TV. I just want to look at the map here real quick, just for what's around us. Rescue the sun. Here's Worthy Market, right? And Hubert's Fine Goods. There's a bunch of stuff to do here. We're not going to do it all right now. I'm not ready. Oh, Blooming Rose. There's so much going on in this game. We're just going to have to keep doing missions and like kind of take us around. But we'll be able to leave here, so let's head up. There. So forward. I think.
And Arana Tishan's sister.
Oh yeah, we have her coming with us. Yeah, we're probably freaking people out.
Vivian will be devastated if I don't find Tabby.
Oh, that's not where we're going. Getting used to this little map stuff a little bit. Is it over to the left? I see it now. Let's see how many things we get pulled into between here and there. We got to get home, but I want to sell some stuff. Oh, bunch of guys. Let's...
Another Ferelden Street rat? Are you here to waste my time, or do you actually have coin to spend?
Wasting your time. Mind your manners. We're here to waste your time.
Actually, my coin and I were just leaving.
Hey, I'm having a bad week. There are few Fereldens of means in Kirkwall. Forgive me.
That's fine. What do you sell?
Are you an armorer? A weaponsmith?
My stock is varied. What all my wares have in common, however, is quality. Only the best for my distinguished patrons.
Nice.
See for yourself.
Oh, we come over here? Well, let's see what he has here. I don't know what we have, what we don't. Yeah, we're not going to spend any money right now because we have the etched. Superior robes. I'm going to need... I have to see here. I'm just looking. Smuggler's robes and strapping. I want the superior. What do we have? We're buying that. What are we doing? And then gentleman's rings. Rune of frost warding. I just don't know what runes now we're getting into. The ornate staff or the etched staff. I don't know. Can we compare? We can't yet that I see. Oh, compared to Sorsha. Because we have the enchanted, yes. Well, oh, okay, so I see they are better. I'm going to grab the ornate staff. And did we already... I think we bought some robes. Hold on. Let's sell some stuff first. Now, do I want to sell... No, because I can give them weapons and different things. Just weird. Just weird. Trying to figure this out for a minute. You know what we did for now? We just are going to sell all our junk. We're just going to leave it at that. We're also going to just put a few things on, I think. What do we got here? Holy crap, guys. There we go now, huh? I don't know that I love the outfit, but it looks a lot better than what we were just wearing for right now. Oh, that's badass. Okay. Well, let's head up this way for now. Leave our area, yes. Let's head back home. Where's home? Gamlen's house. Man, it's weird trying to figure your way around on this map.
So I'm just saying, blood's blood and all, but you are taking advantage of my hospitality. It's only fair if you make something of a monthly contribution.
You sold my children into servitude. Now you're asking me to pay rent?
Maybe just put something towards food.
We'll feed them.
You should be paying us, Uncle. We found the will.
Aha. Did I read it yet?
Grandfather left everything to Mother and us.
Ooh.
I guess he had some sense after all. See for yourself.
I should... maybe...
To my daughter Leandra, and all children born of her, the estate in Hightown and all associated revenues.
Keep reading.
Check out the part where Gamlen is left only a stipend, to be controlled by you.
Asshole. What a jerk.
Gamlen, how could you?
You're the one who ran away, Leandra. What happened to love is so much more important than money.
It is!
You didn't even come home for the funeral.
The twins were a week old.
Yeah, come on, man.
We all have our burdens. Mine was looking after a life you abandoned. How long was I supposed to wait?
He has a point. Did you wait 1 minute? You owe us, Uncle. I'm going to say, did you wait 1 minute? We're going to just dig him. Get in there.
I doubt you let the ashes get cold.
I took care of Father. I stayed. And on his deathbed, all he could talk about was Leandra.
Oh, poor guy.
Look, sister, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have done it, but I did. And there's nothing I can do to get it back.
Okay.
I don't expect that, Gamlen. It's enough to know Mother and Father didn't die angry. I'll petition the Viscount for rights to reclaim the estate. Make a willing. You'll have your house back within weeks.
You don't have the coin or standing to even get an audience with the Viscount.
Viscount, yeah.
You've got to be someone in this city to live in that house again.
Then I had better get started.
Hell yeah, Mother. Nice. Well, very good. We did that. I agree. Okay, now here's the deal, too. Hold on. Let's talk to this guy.
So, what? Are you here to gloat? Gamlen's the idiot again. Gamlen's the fool who can't hold his money when it's given in a bloody silver basket. I tried, when Leandra left. But no one was ever going to live up to her.
Okay, well, let's have a conversation. Tell me about Mother.
What was she like? As a girl?
We're only a year apart. But that was time enough for Leandra to get our parents wrapped firmly around her little finger. They showed her off at every opportunity. The beauty, the scholar, the light of their lives. As far as they were concerned, they should have stopped there.
I don't know. Here, we'll do this and then I'll discuss here. How did you lose the money? Yeah.
I've seen the nobles in this town. Your parents must have had a fortune. Where did it all go?
Well, it's not like I stood at the side of the wharf and hurled it over. I tried to invest it. I got some good tips on trade in Kunari cheeses.
Ooh.
And, a man's got needs. I'm not denying I spent more on myself than I should have, but I figured it'd all work out.
What kind of needs? Is he talking about women? Because he had money. He could get married and, sustain things. Oh, he's probably an ass. But here's the deal. Everyone makes mistakes, but that's a little hard. You figured it would just work out. You're pathetic. I do have empathy for him. How about that? So it's we're working it out for ourselves, and he is what he is, but he's also still family, and that doesn't mean that any family, he could cross lines that would never be crossed again, but he was left here, and I'll just tell you, I've done caretaking, and him saying that he was left here to take care of the family, to deal with the father who was dying, and then basically just be left for nothing. It's I think we're going to be silly, though. You figured it'd work out. Let's see what this is. A little flippant, but maybe not. I'm not going to call him pathetic.
So, the best way to make Daddy love you was to steal his money?
I changed their filthy sheets and wiped their chins through 2 bouts of the cholera, and the last word Father said was... Leandra.
He's got too much poison.
I'm not looking for love. But at least I got the money.
That's sad, man. That's sad, dude. Gamlen, it's sad. Hold on, come back here.
Your mother's busy writing to the Viscount. If you want more touching family stories, go to her.
Yeah, well, what's sad is him. That he is so kind of poisoned and, just tainted by all the experience that he can't, find... you just can't do that to yourself. Susie. What's up, Susie?
Keep it down, dog.
Oh... This uncle, I'm trying to give him a chance.
All that noisy dog breath, day in, day out. Make him stop.
Let him be, Uncle. Why don't you stop it? No, not to the dog. I'm gonna say, why don't you?
Well, pardon my dog for breathing. If you think you can stop him, be my guest.
Yeah, I'm a Bari Warhound. He'll kill you. My dog will murder you.
There. Isn't that annoying?
Hey, yeah, keep doing it with him.
Blight take you.
Oh, what a great little exchange. Okay, what I want to do real quick, though, is... Well, first of all, writing desk. There's nothing here, is there? Ooh, the bone pit. Okay. Hawk, I've got a lead for you. A merchant I acquired goods for told me that the workers have gone missing from this bone pit mining operation. Yeah, we're just kind of down there, weren't we? He mentioned that the missing miners were Ferelden, which made me think of you. If you're interested, go hit up Hubert in the Hightown Market. Athenrill. Okay. I mean, we can accept anything just so it's here. What I want to check real quick is in our journal. We had a couple quests to turn in, didn't we? The seal here. The Talweens are known around the market in Hightown. Return their seal as a reward. Let's mark active and let's head out. What? Wait, what is this? Order poisons and once you unlock things, this base, that's going to be awesome. Okay, that's great. Makes it easy, doesn't it? Okay, we still just have a full party here. Let's go, guys. I think we're just walking around town here. Where's Hightown? Lowtown. Black Emporium, we're going to have to hit that up very, very quickly. Hightown, there we are. I wasn't seeing the marker either yet. I gotta get used to that. Black means that there are missions. The gold one means it's the one we're looking for.
I've never met a dwarf before.
That's because you've spent too much time frolicking in the woods, Daisy. Dwarves don't frolic.
Dalish don't really frolic either. Not in the woods, anyway.
You have sanctioned frolicking areas?
No, just not in the woods. The trees get jealous.
But you do frolic.
Of course we do. We wouldn't be elves otherwise.
That is funny. Frolicking elves. Now I got that pictured in my head. But I want them to be frolicking in the forests with the trees getting jealous.
I heard you lost something. This it? I had never thought to see this again. Thank you.
All right, and I think we had found that, on Sundermount. Now let's go to our journal again here. Let's go to our side quests. The remains of Sister Plinth. And according to Varric... there we go. The remains of her, the Chantry archivists are always looking to catalog their lost on the memorial wall. Well, let's mark that active and head over to the Chantry. Where is it at in the map? Over here, yes. So we were kind of there before, I believe. There are other things I'm passing over because I'm going to come back into... I can't be overly methodical right now. Just like do everything. Isn't this where we're headed? I'm still getting used to these, like... I just can't tell on the map where I'm supposed to be going. No, that is Viscount's Keep. We want to go back and to our left. Exciting stuff. But we haven't run through this yet, so this isn't getting cut. This is we're just gonna play it out.
Good day to you.
Good day to you. Have a little look around. You know what? Oh,
Sebastian! Stop this madness. The Chantry cannot condone revenge, Sebastian.
It is my right, my duty, to show these assassins there is nowhere in the Free Marches to hide.
This is murder.
Who's Sebastian?
No. What happened to my family was murder.
Hey, hey. Let's go track that guy down.
Vivian will be devastated if I don't find Taffy.
Taffy? Wait, who? What? We have to help somebody find, what, probably a cat or a dog? Let's go to the, oh, there's Talitha. Let's look at the Chanter's board to start. Duty, oh. A grave crime was committed against all free-thinking men and women in the Free Marches. The ruling Vale family in Starkhaven, my family, was brutally murdered down to the youngest babe in arms. The massacre was carried out by members of the Flint Mercenary Company. I hereby offer a bounty on the head of each Flint Company soldier in the Kirkenwall vicinity. Prince Sebastian Vale. Yeah, we're taking him. Hell yeah, man. We will add that to our list of quests we have to do here. Chanter Talitha.
And Andraste did say, those who harm a house of the Maker have done harm unto the Maker himself.
What? Okay.
A lot of candles for the dead in there. Seems like a waste of wax.
Well, that's a little... Come on, Carver. Be cool. He's been pretty cool, in my opinion. I'm thinking in the Chantry is where we have to go here to turn this in, right? Ooh, it looks kind of familiar like the other, but not. This is... Yeah. Okay.
How did you learn swording?
Swording?
Those things you do with the sword. It looks tricky. Was it hard to learn?
Takes a lot of practice.
Well, you seem good at it. I bet one day you'll be the best sworder in Kirkwall.
Meryl...
I said something wrong again, didn't I? Maybe I'll just stop talking.
I almost feel like Carver and Meryl need to get married at some point now. We'll see how it goes, but... up. Wait, up?
May the Maker's gaze be upon you.
We're going to talk to Chantry people at some point here, guys. It's like... Chantry's not my favorite place, and we're running in with an elf, and we're a mage. We're just trying to turn this thing back in. Well, let's check this out real quick. Can't help it. Parvalan, the occupied north. In the 30th year of the Steel Age, the first Qunari ships were sighted off the coast of Parvalan in the far north, marking the beginning of a new age of warfare. History calls this the First Qunari War, but it was mostly a one-sided bloodbath, with the Qunari advancing far into the mainland. Qunari warriors in glittering steel armor carved through armies with ease. Their cannons, the likes of which our ancestors had never seen, reduced city walls to rubble in a matter of seconds. Stories of Qunari occupation vary greatly. It is said they dismantled families and sent captives to learning camps for indoctrination into their religion. We know some of this story from reading all the lore in the first one, I think. Those who refused to cooperate disappeared to mines or construction camps. For every tale of suffering, however, there is another of enlightenment, deriving from something called the Kun. This is either a philosophical code or a written text that governs all aspects of Qunari life. Perhaps, if I can get this, both. One converted Saharan reported pity for those who refused to embrace the Kun, as if the conquerors had led them to a sort of self-discovery. For all my life, I followed the Maker wherever his path led me, he wrote, but in the Kun I have found the means to travel my own path. It has been said that the most complete way to wipe out a people is not with blades but with books. Thankfully, a world that had repelled 4 blights would not easily bow to foreign aggressor, and so the exalted marches began. The greatest advantage of the Chantry-led forces was the Circle of Magi. Oh, of course, right? For all their technology, the Qunari appeared to harbor great hatred for magic. Faced with cannons, the Chantry responded with lightning and balls of fire. The Qunari armies lacked the sheer numbers of humanity, so many were slain at Marnus Pel, on both sides, that the Vale is said to be permanently sundered, the ruins still plagued by restless corpses. But each year the Chantry pushed further and further into the Qunari lines, although local converts to the Kun proved difficult to return to Andraste's teachings, because once they found a better way, the Kun, they couldn't come back. That's awesome. By the end of the Storm Age, the Qunari were truly pushed back. Ravain was the only human land that retained the Qunari religion after being freed, but its rulers attempted to barter a peace. Most human lands signed the Lomarin Accord, accepting the Tevinter Imperium. It is a shaky peace that has lasted to this day, and that's by Sister Petrine. Now, I just have to say, I feel like we read that exact thing in Dragon Age Origins, like word for word. My memory isn't great on everything all the time, but I feel like we had all that story. But you know what? I don't know. We're reading it. Brother Plinth, here.
Look what I found. Your reason for living.
Bless my fool spirit, I never thought I'd see that again. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Okay, let's go, guys. Let's get the hell out of the Chantry for now. I don't have a desire to be here. This place does look beautiful, though. There are people to talk to.
The first of the Maker's children watched across the Vale and grew jealous of the life they could not feel, could not... Much? No, that can't be right.
Okay. All right, well, yeah, we are going to come back in here. I'm sure we're going to have a mission or something, and I'm going to thoroughly read all the stuff in there. But we're going to jump around here. What do we want right now? Let's go to the Black Emporium. Ooh, interesting. All right, let's check out the Black Emporium. Let's equip our guys. I love our crew. We probably have to go pick up Aveline pretty quick, too, and is the top of my mind. And we're going to do it all in the next episode.